Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Oganewoke and this is my crochet journey. And in today's video we're going to be making, drum rolls please, okay, that didn't make much sense. But yeah, we're going to be making a bag out of an old pair of jeans. Let's get into it, y'all. You want to start by cutting this top part off. Next up, you're going to take one leg and you can decide either to loosen this part or to just cut it off. I'm going to be cutting mine off because I don't have the patience. Next thing we want to do is to cut it into tiny or large strips. I want it to be large, so I'm going to go for large. Do not cut till you get to the end. You're going to leave a little bit of room. We're going to come back. So you just want to repeat this process till you get to the end of the row. You want to try as much as you can to make it equal. Next up, we want to turn it into a long string of yarn. We're going to start by cutting it diagonally. So you want to look carefully. 2 balls of jean yarn. That's it, you should have a long strip of yarn. Roll it into a ball of yarn. If you have a yarn winder, use a yarn winder. But I don't have a yarn winder, so I'm just going to You have a ball of jean yarn. Our jean yarns are ready. This is what a pair of jeans will give you, these two. Now I know that it will most likely not be enough, so I cut up another pair of jeans, and this one is quite thick. So to make the bag, I'm going to be using these two at the same time, and I'll be using this alone. So like I said, we're using 2 strands of the thin jean yarn, and we're going to start by making a chain of 10. So you most likely won't be able to see your chains, but you need to look very carefully. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. I'm using a 12mm crochet hook for this project. After making a chain of 10, we're going to turn your work. We're going to skip the first chain and put a single crochet into every chain till we get to the end of the row. I'm at the end of the row and I've made a total of 8 chains. I'm going to insert in the last chain 3 single crochets. Now I used an hairpin to mark the first single crochet that I made at the beginning of the row. So yeah, we'll make 3 single crochets into that chain, and we're just going to make a single crochet into every chain till we get to the end of the row. Into the last chain, I'm going to make 2 single crochets, and so at the end of this row you should have 20 single crochets in total. We're going to finish up this row by making a slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made, this right here where I put the stitch marker. Next up, chain 1, insert a single crochet into every stitch till you get to the end of the row. I'm almost at the end of the row, and as though I already knew that that ball of jean yarn will not be enough, I'm just going to pick up the second ball of yarn and tie it. Yes, I'm just tie it to join them together. Make sure that it is very firm. Yes, I'm just going to continue making a single crochet into every stitch. And yes, I know it's not looking all that pretty now, but we gotta trust the process, guys. We got to trust the process. So I'm at the end of the row. I'm just going to make a slip stitch like we did at the first row on the first single crochet that we made to join the round. And at the end of this row you should have a total of 20 stitches. You want to be careful not to put a single crochet into slip stitch, which we did at the first row to end it. So the other yarn finished, and I have to continue with another jean yarn. I'm now at the end of the 6th row, and this is what we have: 1 2 3 4 5 6. You'd notice on these ends that it's a bit curvy. That's because I had to switch up the yarn because the other one that I was using finished, and this one is a bit thinner than the other one I was using, so that's why this part appears to be curvy. Now if you want to make this part curvy for your own bag and you're not switching up to a thinner yarn, you want to reduce on the 6th row, that's the last row, on this end and on this end. To begin this strap, I made a chain of 20 after finishing up with a slip stitch at the end of the 6th row. I'm going to ensure that it is straight before joining at this end. So you want to join on the 11th stitch. Join with a slip stitch on the 11th single crochet, and I did it on the back loop. So after making a slip stitch on the 11th stitch, I continued making a slip stitch on the rest single crochets on the back loop only. So I'm just going to continue making a slip stitch on the chains that I previously made. So basically I'm just going to keep making a slip stitch on the chains till I get to the end of the row. I just finished inserting a slip stitch on the chains. I'm going to straight away move to the other edge of the bag and make a slip stitch round it and round this part too. And I'm going to meet you here. So you just want to keep making slip stitches at the back loop. So this side is where you're taking, so that not this side, but this side is where you're putting the slip stitch into. When I got to the end of the side of the bag, what I did was just make a slip stitch on the other side of the chain. So as you can see, it looks like we have two V's, one row of V's on this side and the other row of V's on this side. So I just walked up making a slip stitch till I got to the end. So to finish off, I'm going to cross over and make a slip stitch on the first slip stitch that we made here. And that's it, we're done. What's left is to add some finishing touches, make a chain and cut off your yarn. And that's it, we're done with this bag. Finish up by trimming off the jean ears. A faster way to get rid of the yarn ears would be to just use fire to burn around it. You want to be careful so that it doesn't burn too much and start creating what's it called, dark spots. Also, you don't want to get rid of all the ears on the bag. That's a nice touch to the bag, honestly. Remember the ankle part of the jean that we cut when we wanted to start making the yarn? Well, we're going to use it to make a bow. So you cut it, you move to the side of the bag, you insert it inside a hole, and to ensure that it is equal, you go back in, then you go back the other way into it, and boom, we now have a bow. Here's the final product, guys, and it turned out better than I expected. Like, I cannot wait to style it. I think it's going to eat like really bad, so stay tuned. I'm going to drop videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more crochet content. Thanks for watching. Bye.